A new Colosseum arena has been constructed by the Grand Army of the Republic. And every clone trooper legion in the Star Wars Galaxy at War mod, along with their clone trooper captains and commanders, are going to be fighting in said arena. We have Commander Doom and his Doom Legion, Commander Neo and his 91st Reconnaissance Legion, Commander Cody and his 212th Attack Battalion, Captain Rex and his 501st Legion, Commander Gree and his 41st Elite Corps, Commander Wolf and his Wolf Pack, Captain Tethos and the 187th Clone Trooper Legion, Commander Fox and the 65th Coruscant Guard, Commander Bly and the 327th Star Corps, and finally, Commander Bakara and the 21st Nova Corps Galactic Marines. We're going to be evenly distributing these clone trooper legions around this arena and having them fight to the death. Each clone trooper legion has a chance to win, and you must get 2 wins in this battle in order to actually be crowned the victor of the Colosseum. If you guys do enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below which clone trooper legion do you want to see win this whole thing. Now let's get into it here. Real quick, huge thank you to Instant Gaming for sponsoring this video. They have literally the best deals in gaming. I use it all the time. If you like Star Wars games, Lego Star Wars for $2. Star Wars Battlefront 2 for $9. One of my favorite Star Wars games, Jedi Knight Jedi Academy, $1.70. If you want to play the Star Wars Galaxy at War mod, Men of War Assault Squad 2, $3. Extremely popular games can be up to 99% off. Link in the description below. Thank you to Instant Gaming for sponsoring the channel. Thank you guys for watching. Let's get into the video. Alright boyos, let's go ahead and get into our first battle here. Now every single one of these clone trooper legions is lining up with another one that they're going to be fighting right off the rip. For example, the 501st and the 212th over here inside of this little foyer type thing are fighting each other. It looks like the 501st is retreating behind these hallways over here, and the 212th is taking a much more aggressive stance, which is rare considering the 501st is usually the most aggressive of all the clone legions in their tactics, having Anakin as their Jedi, but they're full-on retreating backwards now. Okay, that's not going super well. The Doom Legion over here is facing off against the 91st, but the 91st is full-on retreating backwards as well. Cowards! What is happening? Well, they might be retreating, but they're clashing with the 65th Coruscant Guard's flank right now. These guys are supposed to be taking on the Galactic Marines over this way with Commander Bakara, but Commander Bakara is in luck with the 91st helping them out over here. That is very nice. Over this way, we've got the 41st Elite Corps and the 327th Star Corps fighting. Looks like 327th is taking a very passive role. Almost all of their troopers, including Commander Bly there, are suppressed. That's not great, and then they're also shooting downwards, although missing, at the Doom Legion over here, who has split up around this entire area. A few troopers retreating into, what is this, like a bar? Yeah. Are you guys going to have a couple mojitos? A couple of margaritas? Ah, very nice. Very fun. We're in a war zone, people. Get it together. 187th over there and the Wolfpack over there. They started in these sections but have retreated backwards, it seems, as the Doom Legion splits up. The Doom Legion is being super dumb here, splitting up their entire force across the arena instead of just consolidating like every other clone legion. There is no way this doesn't just end in disaster for them. How's the 212th doing versus the 501st? Okay, a few more 212th troopers have died. They're also having to fight some of the Doom Legion troopers that are entering into the foyer area over here. And the 501st over this way is just wedged into the corner. Captain Rex is down for the count, and there's only 4 501st troopers left alive on the battlefield. I don't know what on earth the 501st was thinking at the start of this battle, but clearly not well. They were not thinking very well. That was abysmal for them. Doom Legion out this way, still splitting up even further. Commander Doom over here. They might start charging the 91st over there pretty soon. They're also clashing with the 187th, who have taken a fully defensive position back here and are basically just big vibing and having fun shooting Doom Legion troopers. Brother, what is happening? The Wolfpack isn't doing anything now. They are completely hiding. Some clone legions are clearly taking extremely passive roles on the battlefield, while others are being overly aggressive. I would say probably the passive troopers have the better idea, because sometimes it's all about longevity on these arena battlefields and trying to keep your numbers up for as long as you possibly can. Alright, let's go ahead and go into normal speed here. Now we do have to have multiple victories for a clone trooper legion to officially declare a W, and we're going to be changing up the battlefield every single time, so we're going to be adding more cover and maybe moving around the clone legions as well. That way there's no real advantage to every starting position, in case for the first battle there is a very advantageous starting position. Now, this map was actually made by Darth Bacon, a legend in the Star Wars Galaxy at War Mod community. He has made so many amazing maps, and he has returned after, like, I feel like a year or two's hiatus to make this map. And I believe it's based off of Andor Season 2. I have not seen Andor Season 2 yet, so no spoilers. It'll probably be a bit until I watch it, to be honest. I'm finishing up some other shows, but apparently it's great, just as good as Season 1 is what I've been hearing, and this map is absolutely gorgeous and made for the perfect arena map here. I think we could also do some other amazing, like, siege battles in this little circle area here too. It's not actually supposed to be an arena, but it perfectly resembles a coliseum, so I think it's flawless. I think this is excellent for this purpose. Either way, if you guys were wondering how the Clone Trooper Legions are in terms of their blaster makeup, it's actually all the same. So each Clone Trooper Legion has 8 DC-15A blasters, 8 DC-15C blasters, and then whatever the commander brought to the battlefield, which is a variety of weapons, which is based on what they used during the Clone Wars TV series to keep it semi-realistic. So the clone commanders, though, will run out of ammo for their primary weapon and switch to their secondary weapon. It's a weird thing in the new Galaxy of War update. Well, new, it's like 3 years old now, but they never patched that out, so that's what's happening with, like, Commander Gree with his pistol. He started with a DC-15C, and now is utilizing that. This would be a great spot for the 91st to go and chill for a bit, but nah, they're out in the open. The Wolfpack, Commander Wolf, is actually peeking on out here now. They've wiped out most of the Doom Legion troopers down here. Is there any more in the bar? Hey, Gabagool, they're having a nice time at the bar. There's like 5 troopers in there. A couple more died out this way. A bunch more died in here. The 212 took them out real quick. There's still some more out there, though, pressing the 212. I don't know why. Actually, Commander Cody got, baby. That's my favorite clone trooper commander. RIP! No! Who are you guys rooting for in this battle overall? Definitely Doom Legion, I would like to see win after such sporadic starting tactics, just to see, like, if it pays off, but I really think it hurt them more in the long run to do what they did by splitting up all their forces, so I don't think they have much of a chance. The 501st is totally done. If you guys were rooting for the 501st in the first battle here, well, bad news. They are gonzo. They got rolled by the 212, man. Absolutely. Galactic Marines over here seem to be cleaning up Commander Fox's boys, who did have a disadvantage because the 91st retreated back here and just started shooting them in the butthole. The 41st Elite Corps, though, doing much better, and they seem to be clapping the 327th cheeks, despite the 91st Reconnaissance flank in their butthole, so that's kind of crazy what's going on right there. Overall, it seems like maybe the 187th is in the best position because they have not done anything. Captain Tethos is just vibing in here with some Bacta, some Chinese food boxes, and some thermal detonators. My boy's stacked for the long haul. And the Galactic Marines have lost Bukata up this way now, it seems. And we seem to be hitting sort of the second phase of the arena battle where things go a little bit quiet and maybe positions start switching as other troopers start to maneuver around. We shall see. Why don't we go ahead and do our first time lapse of the battle of the 91st up here, I suppose? Because, yeah, this will be a longer video, and we'll have to do some time lapsing. It seems like the fighting up here is still going back and forth, but I did notice the 187th just surged forward, killing Commander Doom down here, and are now taking on the 212, which the 212 definitely do have a bit of a disadvantage as they are kind of trapped in here like a fishbowl, and they're going to be able to get shot from these windows pretty easily, I would think. What could save them is if the Wolfpack push through from here. They're firing a little bit, but not really their full force in this lane. It's one guy. It's one guy. And then the Doom Legion over here is shooting the windows, I've noticed, which does not penetrate. So they're not doing anything. Oh? Oh, I thought they were going to run out. Nah, they're staying in their little bar. They're big chillin'. So yeah, the 212 not really in the best position, I would say, right now. And the 187th playing this incredibly smart. They picked the right time to push through and launch their own assault after biding their time for so long. The one problem for them is the 91st up here is kind of splashing them with some fire. And the Galactic Marines, I believe, are shooting at the 91st over that way too. So that's not exactly ideal. 327th is all dead, but one trooper here, and the 41st is still just zeroing in on him, which is kind of funny. Let's go ahead and time-lapse the 212th now. This fight is actually lasting a lot longer than I first thought. The 212 putting up a nice solid defense here, and it seems like the Wolfpack is getting a little bit more involved. Hey, look at that, killing a 187th. Is that actually the first 187th to die? That'd actually be so sad. I think it is. Oh my god. Wow, this whole time the 212 and them have been fighting. That was the first 187th death. My goodness. If the Wolfpack, and Commander Wolf is right here, gets a little bit more involved over here, then we could see the 187th crumbling, but they're holding their own really nicely right now. Same goes for Doom Legion, who is continuing to shoot windows right there. Amazing. Alright, the 91st here is just kind of chilling. Oh, they pushed further this way. Oh, and the Nova Corps pushed further this way. Interesting, but they're not fighting each other right now. Okay. And there's still one 327th trooper up here. Look at that. That is completely just encapsulating the 41st in a stare down with one dude. Yeah, there's zero chance that they, the 327th win this. I mean, there is a chance technically, but it's very low. If you like underdogs, I'd be rooting for the 327th right now. Let's watch the 101st Wolfpack over here for a bit, because I bet they're going to do some interesting stuff. This looks promising-ish. Let's see this. Okay, the Wolfpack pushing on out here, and they have assisted the 212 in wiping the floor with the 187th. The 187th remnants are currently retreating backwards, and I do not blame them because they're gonna get washed if they stay where they are. Galactic Marines now pushing further to the right side over this way of the 91st Reconnaissance. The 41st could be a sleeper agent here because they're still up here with 327th. But they're kind of maintaining their position right now, which could be very good for them. Doom Legion, are you... Yep, still in here. 4 Doom Legion troops having margaritas at the bar. Incredible. Incredible. So right now it's still pretty much anyone's game. I would say the strongest ones are the Wolfpack, the 41st, the 91st. And the 212th has definitely weakened a bit, but they're still in this thing. Oh, and as I say that, the daily curse continues as that man gets absolutely chrome-domed. My God, you hate to see it. My goodness. Let's watch a little bit of an overhead over here of the 101st and what they're going to do. Okay, the Wolfpack has pretty much dominated the center now. The Galactic Marines have headed on down, so does that mean the 91st is all dead? Yes. Okay, so 91st looks like it's out of it. The 41st Elite Corps coming from over here. They killed the 327th as well. Wolfpack might not be in the best position now because Doom Legion is still hiding in here and distracting them. They're not shooting them. They're purely distracting them from behind, which is loony. And then over here, the Galactic Marines, aka the 21st Nova Corps, getting involved from below and above, which is kind of crazy. My goodness, yeah, these guys are probably in one of the worst positions now as they're kind of susceptible from fire from a lot of different directions. Still a long ways to go to find out a winner, but things are progressing. Alright boys, this battle's been going on for like an hour now, and the Wolfpack here is still kicking. They've only got 3 soldiers left. There is one 212th soldier in here somewhere. Wait, where is he? Is he up top? On the mini-map it says... Oh, he's right there. I'm an idiot. Yeah, he's still alive right there, kicking it. And then we've still got our 4 Doom Legion troopers in there, doofing around. Galactic Marines, more have come down a level over here. And the 41st Elite Corps is also up here firing downward as well. And tangoing with the Galactic Marines. The Galactic Marines might actually be able to get a W here if they're lucky. Let's watch this. Okay, the 41st, by the way, we are in 3x speed now, as this is going slow. The 41st is still alive, but they've been withered down a good bit. There's still some Galactic Marines. There's a 187th still alive over here? What the hell? Okay, that's crazy. Oh, and Doom Legion's popped out. Wolfpack is dead now. Doom Legion goes back into, like... What is this place? Okay, interesting paraphernalia. What the? Wow. Okay, interesting. So the Doom Legion is back in this thing. I would say, though, that they're probably at a disadvantage right now. They picked probably the worst time to pop out, it seems, and now they're just yeeting in there. God, that was stupid. 187th makes a move. Wouldn't it be crazy if the 187th ends up winning this thing? They're not in a bad spot, either. But it seems like right now the 41st and the Galactic Marines have the best shot at a victory. Let's keep watching. This could still last a long time. Okay, it looks like... Oh, there's one 41st Elite Corps trooper here, and another here. He got stuck behind the wall, and they have won the battle. The first round goes to the 41st Elite Corps. Remember, The Clone Legions need 2 to win. Now, I am going to move around the Clone Legions, so it is not the exact same battle, and that way, you know, it's not a starting position advantage or anything along those lines. Alright, this time around, we've brought them all out to the center here. They can still retreat back up top, but this will make it a much more bombastic start to the battle. And we'll see if the reigning champs can get a second W right off the rip. This time around, they're facing the 91st extremely early on here. Next to them, Commander Wolf and his boys are facing off against the 327th, who really never had much action in the last battle, so maybe they can make a comeback this time around. Same with Captain Rex over here, although his boys yet again getting kind of destroyed. Doom Legion is in between them, and they are going for the retreat yet again. This time into this foyer, and there's a 501st Trooper going in there with them. Are they switching teams, perchance? The 212th over here standing very strong again in a defensive, disciplined position. Nova Corps almost completely wiped out. Actually, they might be completely wiped out. Bakara's boys not faring super well. Same goes for the 187th Legion. There's still a couple of them, but they are largely dead already. And the 65th Coruscant Guard over here with Commander Fox doing very well. They, again, are more disciplined, it seems, than the others. The Commander Wolf squad over here is completely dead. 91st, did they retreat backwards? Yep, they are going up to the high-rises over there. 41st Elite Corps still in this thing, could still potentially get the second victory, and Commander Gree would be declared victorious, but there's still a lot of battle to go. Bly's Troopers doing much better this time around. 501st Troopers trying to retreat, and actually Captain Rex is going into the bar. The classic clone bar where they all like to, you know, retreat back to and defend with all their might, I guess. And I think the 212th is standing a pretty good chance at maybe getting a W this time around. Very well could. I don't know, though. We'll see. We'll see. 187th is now completely dead, and Fox's troopers actually starting to have a much worse time on the battlefield as time goes on. 91st might just be playing long game up here. They've only got 2 soldiers up here, though, so it's not exactly a strong force, but they could always pop down at the very end and maybe get a W. 41st Elite Corps, for them to win 2 times in a row is slim pickings, especially with the change of the battlefield completely. That would be pretty crazy, but if they pulled it off, that would also be very cool. First time we've ever run one of these arena battle tournaments, and a Clone Legion wins 2 in a row to take it all right off the rip. That's never happened before, and it would be pretty darn crazy. Right now, just continued firing between all of the different troops. 327th almost dead now, actually. They stood a little bit better this time, but not for a long time. Rex's boys going into hiding for sure. What happened to Doom's boys that went in here? Did they... Oh! It's just Commander Doom up on those stairs. Oh, and a couple over here. Okay. Well, they have retreated pretty far back, and the 212th still standing very tall. They have shown great discipline in these battles, and that can sometimes win them in these arena battles. Fox's troopers still up, though, and still fighting. While we watch the 41st Elite Corps in this second battle to start, since they are the reigning champs. This skirmish is ongoing, but the 212th seems to be kind of taking the cake right now. They might be able to pull off a W. There's still a little 327th over here. 501st, yep, Rex is still over there. And in the building here, we still have Doom and a trooper. Are the 91st still up? Yep, couple 91st. But the 212th are by far the strongest at the moment. Okay, well, the 212th is now pushing on forward. The 41st are dead, so they're no longer eligible to get the victory this time. 91st up here, still alive, and we've still got Captain Rex over here. He's switched from the bar, but there's still two 501st troopers in there. The Doom Legion troopers in there are dead, so it's really probably the 212th's game to lose if they end up sucking. But yeah, we got the 501st, and they're gonna do a full siege in here. This could be really bad, though. Oh, Rex. Well, that was nice. And what in tarnation? What? Bruh. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Rex goes down. Okay, that was kind of to be expected. These guys get shot down as well, without losses from the 212th. Impressive. And then there's just the two 91st troopers up here chilling. So probably a 212th victory here. Let's go fast speed. Yep, here come the 91st. They're coming down the stairs. Let's see. If the 212th loses this, that would be crazy. They're going back to their starting positions. Oh, here we go. Oh, they spotted them. Alright, the 212th is definitely winning this, but let's just time-lapse it. And there we have it. The 212th does take the W, a triumphant W. Let's reset the battle. Alright, boys, I switched around the troopers again, so they're in different starting positions. Let's get right on into battle number 3. Either the 41st Elite Corps or the 212th, if either of them win, they get the grand prize. The 41st, though, getting absolutely destroyed right off rip, as are the Wolfpack. Okay, the 41st are almost out of contention. They've got 2 troopers left. Wow. 327 knocks out another one right there. Holy smokes. Fox's troopers back this way are doing pretty well. 91st tries to go back to their old ways and charge up here, but no, Fox is not going to let that happen this time. Oh my god, they're doing it again. They deserve to get killed for continuing to retreat back up there. 212th, though, still alive in the middle. They are, seriously, they act like the 212th. They're so disciplined. They play by the book, and it's working for them. Do have people retreating back to the bar again. It's the 501st again. Are you kidding me? Okay. Anyone back here? Nope. It's Commander Fox right now dueling with the 212 along with the 91st over here and then the 501st in the bar still. 212 could get 2 in a row and just win this thing outright. They are losing a couple troopers here and there, but nothing too crazy. This is going to be dueling, I think, for a little bit, so let's watch. Okay, boys, 5 minutes later, and the 212th is still in this thing, as are the 65th, but there's only 2 troopers left for them. And actually, the 501st has a decent number of soldiers in here. I did not realize they've been storing up, so this could be Captain Rex's revenge on the 212th once the 212th are done messing with the 65th here. That could result in a 501st victory, potentially, but still a little ways off from that. Okay, the 212th still at it again versus the 501st, but they're now outnumbered. So there's only 4 212 troopers here. Then there's Captain Rex and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 501st troopers. So 6 versus 4 right now. Although I do think this is better for the 212th because they still have Commander Cody, so they have a hero unit, and on top of that, you know, these guys kind of have to come out of these buildings, which are choke points, so might be beneficial to the 212th. I didn't think it would come down to Rex versus Cody, but that is honestly pretty exciting. That's sick. And we'll see if Cody can pull it off and win the whole tournament here. Okay, the 212th is pressuring and pressuring. They're down to 2 soldiers, but so are the 501st. One here and then one here. Rex and Cody both down. Oh no! Wait, there are 3 212th. They're actually making a huge comeback right here. Look at this. Yo. What was that? What was that grenade? That was abysmal. Holy cow. Let's go fast speed. See if anything happens. They're just shooting glass, which is dumb. Both sides literally just full spraying down a glass panel that will not break. That is indestructible in this game. So I don't know why they're doing that. But as long as the 212th just camps this corner, they're good. Oh, they're walking away. They walked fully away. Well, the 501st are coming out. That was the 212th's chance, and one of the 212th troopers gets shot down right there. So it is 2-2. 501st now pushing out. One soldier. Oh, they take down one. There's one left. All right, 1v2. 212th back in the lead. Some Chinese food right here. Delicious. Uh-oh. Ooh! Ah, he's worming his way back into this place. Guys, you gotta let him come out. Oh! He punts him! No! He kicked him like 4 times and my boy died next to Gonk! 1v1 and he avenges him while the 501st trooper tries to heal. Insane result here, and the 212 with one singular soldier, the last soldier left alive. Look at all these bodies. He gets the W for the 212th overall. 2 victories in a row, absolutely insane. If you guys did enjoy this arena battle, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.